welcome in Colorado. Coach, you can go ahead and give an opening statement, and then we'll open it up for questions.
Yeah. Number one, I'm proud of our guys. I'm proud of our team. I'm proud of what they've done over the last, 4.5 weeks. And we're not going to let this one game define us, because what these guys have done over that period of time is nothing short of amazing, in my opinion. So we've really come together. We've played well enough to win. Unfortunately, tonight we didn't. Oregon had a lot to do with that. I thought N'Faly Dante was he was a difference in the game. He's gone. I think he was even when we played him in Eugene, he was 10 for 10 from the field. He was 12 for 12 tonight. So by my math, that's 22 for 22. And we were trying to double him tonight. We were trying to, and he scored out of double teams. I mean, he played extremely well. He changed shots at the rim defensively. Oregon played better than us tonight. They deserved to win. We didn't. We had our chances. We just didn't play well enough. And I think, turnovers, not necessarily turnovers, but the turnover margin, we've been, we're dead last in the Pac-12 in that, in terms of how many times we turn it over versus our opponents. And tonight, that cost us the game because we had 13 turnovers and they had 3. That's 10 extra possessions that Oregon has that we don't. And that's the difference in a close game like this. So we got nobody to blame but ourselves. But credit goes to Oregon. I thought N'Faly Dante was a beast tonight. And when we didn't when he's scoring out of double teams, I'm not sure what else we did. We did better as the game went on, but we just gave up too many easy ones.
Okay, we'll open up to questions. We'll start here in the front row on the left.
Jimmy Searfoss, 24/7 Sports. For the players, as leaders on the team, what's the message to the guys right after a game like that?
Obviously, our disappointed locker room, especially how far we've come and what we've had to go through, and, out of all the games, lose the championship, it stings, but, we believe we got more basketball left. And, obviously, like I said, everyone's disappointed, but we can't dwell and we can't sit and, mope around about this one loss. There's more basketball left to be played, and we got to give it our all.
We'll go here in the middle, second row, Pat.
Pat Rooney, Boulder Daily Camera. Tad, you guys led by 1 after Luke three-pointer. I think a little more than 4 minutes remaining. But what happened in those last few minutes? I know there was a few turnovers in there that you just from there on offensively you seemed out of sync. Yeah,
we got some good looks, and the looks we got we didn't convert. And then, like you said, we had some turnovers there, and you can't turn the ball over, especially when your opponent's not turning it over. So I think it gets down to execution. You gotta be able to finish plays when you have plays to be made, and you can't turn the thing over. So we were right there. We had as I look back, at that last 4 minutes, when we got looks, I can't think of too many bad shots we took or even quick shots. I thought our offense was better in the second half. The first half it was atrocious. When we worked and moved a little bit, we got easy looks, but we just didn't have the patience to do that possession after possession after possession in the first half. We talked about it at halftime. I thought our guys came out in the second half and did a much better job of that, but we just couldn't stop them all night long. I mean, that's the bottom line. I think we had 8 stops in the second half. Like that's not gonna cut it, because you're trading baskets, and we couldn't string together stops in the second half. That's what you have to do. We were only down by 3 at halftime. We were right there, and with, like you said, 4 minutes to go, we're up 1. So the game's there to be had. We didn't finish it off.
Far right in the front row.
Oliver Hayes, Scope of Sports. You guys seem to get Oregon into foul trouble early, but didn't seem to be able to capitalize on that. What was the reason for that?
Well, I don't know. It's not like we changed our game plan. We always want to play inside out, and Dante got 2 fouls, and then it kind of flipped on us because then Eddie got, first part of the second half, he got number 2 and number 3, bang bang, and so now all of a sudden we're in foul trouble, and we haven't dealt with foul trouble a lot, this year. But we didn't have anybody foul out, so it's not like that was the issue. But we always want to play inside out. But again, our lack of patience in that first half offensively is why we only had 30 at halftime. And we scored 79 on these guys in Eugene like 2 weeks ago, and we have 68 tonight. And we don't shoot the ball extremely well tonight. We had some good looks, but I just think that turnover differential, 13-3, that's 10 extra possessions. I keep going back to that. That is a difference in this game.
Carson Field, the Colorado Springs Gazette. Coach, you talked about how well you had been clicking the last 8 games last night. Even after a game where you guys got outplayed, how confident do you feel that this team will continue to click like it did during that winning streak?
I got a lot of confidence in these guys. There's no doubt. I mean, again, what we've done, what they have done over the last 4 weeks, since that loss at UCLA, which was another one-possession game, down the stretch. It was a make-miss game, could have gone either way, and then to bounce back and come back. But again, turnovers have been an issue with our team all year. We've done a much better job of that here recently. But even the USC win in double overtime, we turned it over 21 times. So, but since then, we've been averaging less than 10 a game. And then, again, it's that differential that is the key. But I got a lot of confidence in these guys. We're a veteran group. We got toughness. We got heart. These guys, I really think they care about each other. So the biggest thing to me is you got to stick together. When things don't go your way and you're disappointed, that's part of life. You got to deal with it. You got to move on, and the sun will come up tomorrow.
Staying on the left side here, third row.
Hi, Tad. This is the end of the line for Colorado in the Pac-12. You're going to head back to the Big 12, where you guys were mainstays for many years. Have you got any thoughts about the experience for the university in the Pac-12? I know it wasn't a long tenure, but do you have any personal thoughts about leaving and what it meant for, to be part of this conference?
Yeah, number one, the Pac-12, the tradition that it has, especially in basketball, going back to the Wooden days, and I'm proud to have been a part of it for 13 years. I wish it was not going away, but it is. We're excited to be in the Big 12 because it's the best basketball league in the country. But no, I mean, getting guys like KJ out of LA, it's really brought us into Southern California and Northern California recruiting, the western part of the United States, and that's going to continue. But so it was good. It was good for our university. It's sad that we really, really wanted to go out like we came in, and we were the first team to win the first Pac-12 tournament. Here we are in a championship game, a winnable game, and we just don't get it done. And it's so that's going to be with us for the rest of our lives. And there's nothing we can do about that now. But I'm proud of our team. I'm proud to have represented this league. I think we were 4th in wins, over that 13-year period in basketball. So we've had a good run. Now it's back to the Midwest and beyond.
Second row here on the left.
Jake Schwanitz, DMVR. Question for Tristan. Just what's going through your mind right now as you begin to process this?
Obviously it hurts. Going through this twice in 4 years. But as KJ said, as Coach said, we got a lot of basketball ahead of us too. So I got to deal with this one, but got to make sure I look ahead. Don't let this one linger around.
Stay in the middle here, and Pat.
Pat Rooney, Boulder Daily Camera. For the players, I know it's a disappointing moment right now, but what did you maybe learn about this team during your run over the last few weeks, and is there a renewed or new confidence kind of for maybe whatever comes next?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like we, the last 8 games, we played the way that we thought we were supposed to play the whole season. So kind of seeing the work that we put in pay off, making that run, finishing 3rd in the Pac-12, kind of put us where we wanted to be. And, I have ultimate trust in each and every single one of the players, each of my teammates. and you know, it's a fun group to be around. It's a fun group to play with. I'll definitely miss them when all this is over. But once again, we still got some basketball ahead of us.
And last one here, Adam, in the second row.
Adam Oster Tiger, 24/7 Sports. Coach, I know you haven't wanted to look into all the bubble talk, but now that you're at this spot, how do you feel about the resume that your team has put together?
You know, Adam, it really doesn't matter what I think. Quite frankly, it matters what the committee thinks. And here's what I do know. I've, you know, being at Colorado for 14 years now, we've coached teams that have deserved to be in the tournament that weren't. I think about that first team that we coached with Alec Burks and Corey Higgins and Nate Tomlinson and those guys, Austin Default, and we should have been in a tournament that year. We weren't. We were left out. And we went to the Final Four of the NIT, and that was an NCAA tournament team. Then a few years later, the year Spencer tore his ACL, you know, in Washington, we were 15-3, ranked 15th in the country, and then limped in from there. We were basically a 500 team, you know, the rest of that year, and we got in the tournament because of what we did in November and December. But we weren't an NCAA tournament team, and it showed because we got blown out by like 40 against Pittsburgh that day in Orlando. So I've coached teams that have deserved to be in that weren't in, and I've also coached teams that, you know, didn't deserve to be in but got in, and so it really doesn't matter. All that matters is what that committee thinks. I look at our metrics, I look at these guys, and there's no doubt in my mind this is an NCAA tournament team. I've known that from day one. We had some hiccups along the way. We had some injuries along the way, and hopefully they'll look at the whole body of work and recognize that we're one of the best, 37 at-large teams? I can't think of 36 or 37 that are better than us, but that's for them to decide, not for me to decide. I'll say this, though, about these two guys. Dick Bennett, you know, coached in this league at Washington State. He was a hell of a coach, coached for many, many years. He said something once that resonated with me, and that is, you got to find guys you're willing to lose with before you can find guys you're willing to win with. And I'll lose with these guys every day of the week because I believe in them 100%. And I believe in that team and that locker room. But they deserve to move on. We'll see if it happens tomorrow. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, we'll move on as well. But this team, to me, is worthy. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Colorado's locker room's going to be open for a few minutes. If you want to go